Alright, everybody, how we doing today? So here we are again returning to the evils of globalism. Although not so evil today. Just a general statement that Emmanuel Macron, says he would back Merkel if she runs for the EU leadership. Eminem at it again. Oh, those are candies I would not want to eat. God, look at that nose. That's Macron in profile. God, that thing's huge. Anyway, French President Emmanuel Macron said on Tuesday that he would support German Chancellor Angela Merkel if she were to succeed Jean-Claude Juncker as President of the European Commission. The German leader has said she will retire from politics when her fourth term runs out in 2021. But some in the bloc hope she will reconsider given her vast experience and commitment to the EU. Yeah, commitment to a super-state run by Brussels. So far away from you that they can't even be bothered to care. Macron asked in an interview with Swiss French language television RTS whether he would support a Merkel candidacy. Said that he could not speak for her. But if she wanted, I would support her. Of course I would, because firstly I think we need someone strong. Europe needs new faces and strong faces, so we need personalities that in effect the body that. Macron and outgoing Council President Donald Tusk. That's really close to Donald Trump. Anyway, they are among those demanding that women be chosen to fill 2 out of 4 senior posts. Why do they have to be women? Why can't you just pick people that are good for the job? If they happen to be women, cool, but why do you got to go to the diversity thing? Why can't you just pick people who are right for the job? Anyway, Commission Chief Council President, head of the European Parliament and the EU's top diplomat. We need parity, Macron told RTS. In Brussels on Tuesday, Juncker, who steps down on October 31st, Halloween, was asked if he thought Merkel could change her mind and go for a top EU job. I don't think so, he said. Macron and Merkel each addressed the International Labour Organization, ILO, in Geneva earlier in the day, but had no scheduled bilateral meeting, diplomats in each delegation said. So yeah, the EU may be seeing the end of Merkel and her open border reign of terror. Because what happens when you open the borders and migrants come in? You get population displacement, which can literally lead to the death of a culture. That is far from the total of the EU's problems. How about the fact that none of these people actually represent their people? You know, they only represent their own interests. That's especially true of Macron and the violence in France with the yellow vests versus the French gendarmes, which that was just out of hand. I was actually looking at a lot of video footage. I even watched some documentaries made by people who were physically there to see it for themselves. That shit was crazy. The EU is a problem. Globalism in general is a problem. But at least it'll be less of a problem now that one of its biggest proponents is planning to retire. And I'm not surprised that she'd want to retire. Like, how old is she now? Let's just take a quick look here. Let's see. How old is Angela Merkel? If I'm right, then I would understand why she'd want to retire. Let's see. She is... Oh, hold on. Oh, for crying out loud. Organize your freaking article. Probably should have looked this up beforehand, but I didn't think to look it up because it didn't seem relevant. Well, it says she was born in 1954. So, yeah, she's well into retirement age. So I'm really not surprised that she'd want to quit. I mean, she looks relatively healthy for a person her age, but looks aren't everything. Like, if Trump himself felt the way he looked, I don't imagine he would be too healthy. Nonetheless, dude got sidetracked there. One less globalist in the world to worry about. I'm telling you, folks, turn your back on globalism. It's going to fuck you up but good. Anyway.